Good evening. Can I get a response back? Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. It's a guarantee that you all are alive. And welcome to the 2022 GovHack International Red Carpet Awards. We are broadcasting to you live from Eastern Kulin country, the lands of the Wurundjeri Woi Wurrung and Boon Wurrung peoples. As you arrive tonight, you will have noticed out to my left, Bunjil, the creator and the spiritual leader of Kulin nations, who travels as an eagle in protecting these lands. Welcome to those of you here in this amazingly creative and fun space, the Infosys Living Labs, and to everyone joining us via live stream. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy days and joining us here in this evening from your homes. The award presentation are split into two sections, and there will be a break in the middle for everyone for more time for food and a chance to meet the makers. Before I introduce my fellow MC Livia, I'm going to ask you all a question. It might be a dad joke, but I'm still going to ask you. What do you give a sick lemon? What do you give a sick lemon? You got to be extremely intelligent. You got it, yes, lemonade. You got to give a lemonade for a sick lemon. Perfect. You got it, thank you. I would like to introduce my fellow MC for the evening, Livia Lam. Livia is the competition lead for GovHack, which means Livia and her team oversee all the GovHack competition challenges and manage the hackerspace. Hackerspace is where all challenges projects live. During the day, Livia is a senior product owner at X15 Ventures, a venture builder focusing in the fintech space. Outside of work and GovHack, Livia enjoys karaoke on road trips, British TV, and eating good food. Please welcome Livia.
Thank you, Hashida, for that introduction. For those who have not met Hashida,
She's a member of the GovHack Board of Directors and is currently the Deputy Chair. She is an electrical and electronics engineer and holds an MBA, majoring in project management. She has been in the ICT space for more than 11 years and currently works as a project manager delivering complex government projects and programs. Outside of GovHack, Harshita enjoys running marathons and is also a classical Indian dancer and singer. We'll be your MCs for tonight and we'll also be joined by some more guests later on. GovHack would not be possible without the support of our international, national, state and local sponsors. Through your contributions, all of our events remain entirely free for everyone to attend and inclusive for all. We're ageless, diverse and accessible. Our sponsors are Infosys, Torrens University, Clean Energy Regulator, National Freight Data Hub, Australian Bureau of Statistics, Australian Tax Office, Trimble, Media Design School, Hackathons International, Credly, Founder Institute, Performance Education, Luma Institute and Mural, Smart Christchurch, UC Centre for Entrepreneurship, Questionable Research Labs, and Victoria Premier in Cabinet. We also have a few special guests we'd like to acknowledge this evening. We have Andrew Groff, Infosys, Executive Vice President, Region Head for Australia and New Zealand. Will Dave, Deputy Commissioner, Small Business, Australian Tax Office. Helmut Luckenhausen, Deputy Vice Chancellor from Torrens University. And David Cullen, Chief Data Officer, Department of Premier in Cabinet, Victoria Government. Could we please thank all of our sponsors and our special guests. Before I pass back to Harshita, who will kick things off, a bit of housekeeping for those of you in the room. In the event of an evacuation, we have emergency exits located to my right. So if you all look over there at the graffiti wall, it's just that door over there. There's also an exit right here up those stairs. And then there's also the doors that you would have come in through earlier. You can also exit from there. The bathrooms are located just at the end of that graffiti wall behind you. We'll be having an intermission after the presentations just before 8 p.m. But for now, let's go back to Harshita and she's going to explain a little bit more about this year's competition.
Thanks, Liv. GovHack is more than just an open data competition. It's about connecting talented people who do clever things with government data. GovHack demonstrates the value of data to governments and fosters an entrepreneurial ecosystem across Australia. With 18 physical locations across Australia and New Zealand, a digital event for each jurisdiction, 147 projects were entered, and with a total of 521 competitors submitting projects.
That's right. So we have 9 teams showcasing their projects tonight from Australia and New Zealand. And so it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for them to demonstrate what they've done, their talent and their skills. So we're pretty much really excited about it. We've had a chance to look. We hope you have also had the chance to check out these talented makers. Otherwise, if you haven't, don't worry. You're going to get another chance during the intermission. You can find them set up here along this wall. And so if you are joining us online though, you don't miss out. What you can do is go online to check out these projects. And so the website that you are going to, it's 2022.hackerspace.govhack.org. And if you click through to projects, you can have a look and watch the videos of all of the projects that we've got. For now, why don't we thank the teams who have actually brought the concepts in, and we'll be demonstrating everything for you tonight. So thank you so much, everyone.
This year, again, we welcomed many newcomers to the competition and a myriad of clever hacks that demonstrate clearly to judges and observers alike the awesome and inventive nature of our Australian and New Zealand civic hackers community. I want to stress it is civic hackers community. A massive massive heartfelt thank you to all the volunteers who have put their time, energy, and hearts into making each and every GovHack event awesome. I know you're desperately waiting to hear how your teams fared in the international and national competition. But first, let's hear from some special guests who are here to show their support to GovHack. Infosys is our lead international sponsor, and this is now the 5th year of Infosys sponsorship. This partnership gets stronger and more dynamic every year, and collectively, we are extremely proud of the continued efforts and support from the Infosys team. We will now welcome the Executive Vice President, Infosys, and Regional Head for Australia and New Zealand, Andrew Groth.
Of change, learning from the past and looking to the future. We stand here to acknowledge the traditional custodians of country across Australia, from our Garden country in the west to Budjaloo country in the east, from the Kulin Nation in the south to Saibai Island in the Torres Strait. We stand here to recognise all nations and all First Nations peoples across this great land and their everlasting bond to these lands, waters and skies. We stand here to pay our deepest respects to the elders of the past, present and those still to come. We stand here on these lands that have stood the test of time, and with the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who are here today. We stand together with the timeless spirit of resilience, navigating our way to the next.
And I'd like to add to that acknowledgement and pay our respects to the traditional custodians of where we are right here, to the Wurundjeri people and to all people of the Kulin Nation. And I'd like to thank their elders past and present for looking after these lands and these waterways for many, many generations. And to all Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders joining us around Australia, our respects. And kia ora to all of those joining us from New Zealand. And welcome to every one of you here in the room and to everyone online. Welcome to the Red Carpet GovHack 2022 Awards. Welcome. And on behalf of Infosys, I would particularly like to welcome you to this, our Living Lab, our Melbourne Living Lab. I'd like to thank our hosts, Livia and Harshita. Thank you very much. And I'd also like to acknowledge those special guests that are here. Helmut Lukenheimen, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor from Torrens University and his team from Torrens. David Cullen, the Chief Data Officer, the Department of Premier and Cabinet and his team. And also online we have Will Day, the Deputy Commissioner of Integrated Compliance at the ATO. Thank you for being online with us, Will. So I'd also like to thank the GovHack team. They do a great job every year, the GovHack board and the GovHack team. And the other ones that I really, really want to thank, has already been mentioned, is the volunteers. So we have people right across Australia and New Zealand who are volunteering to get involved in running the event, to mentor people in the event. And I think they do an outstanding job, and I think we should thank the volunteers for their great work. And of course, last, by no means least, I want to welcome every single participant in GovHack, those of you here in the room at our Melbourne Living Lab, and those of you joining us online. Some of you may remember me from the last time we did this in person was in 2019. We were in Canberra. Some people, and some have already told me tonight, they remember me from online awards over the last couple of years, and they recognise, not so much me, but I was told they recognise the air conditioner behind my head in my home office. But all of that doesn't matter. What's so important is to be doing this again face-to-face in person after the last couple of years is just wonderful. It's really great for all of us. Great to be doing that, and I'm really excited that we get to do that the first time since 2019 at our Living Lab here in Melbourne. Some people might ask, well, what do you mean by a Living Lab? And this is a really important co-creation space for us. It's where we come together with our partners, our customers, academia, government representatives, members of the community, and we learn, we co-create, and we build new ideas, technology ideas for the betterment of society. This year we launched this Living Lab here in Melbourne. We also launched one in Sydney. And the purpose is to accelerate digital innovation. And it has a particular focus on environmental, social and governance aspects. And in fact, there are actually, the lab in Melbourne here and the lab in Sydney, they're connected to 20 other labs, Infosys Living Labs around the planet. And we share technology and experiences. So if we do a great program here in Australia, and our colleagues in Germany want to use that program, they can utilise it in their Living Lab. If there's a fantastic program done in the US that we want to use here in Australia, we use it here. So we've got this amazing technology from all around the planet, great ideas around how we create and empower people. And since we've launched this lab, we actually designed and built this lab pre-COVID, but since we launched it earlier this year, the place has been buzzing with events. Almost every week we're running some sort of program here, discussing new ideas about our labs with the partners, and everything we do in this lab, and indeed the collaboration with GovHack as well, is deep-rooted in our purpose. And our purpose is to amplify human potential. It's about creating opportunities. It's about creating pathways for people, for businesses and communities. And we work with a lot of large enterprises. That's a big part of our business. But we also work with smaller groups and we work with the community. In fact, a few weeks ago, one of the best sessions we've done here this year, I had hosted a group here of Year 9 and Year 10 students from all different parts of regional Victoria. And this was a program we do in partnership with our partner, the Australian Open. And I was talking to these young Year 9, Year 10 kids about technology, about digital careers, about leadership. These are kids that are going to be the future leaders of communities right around Victoria. And that's just an example of some of the events that we do here. Of course, another great event we did this year was GovHack. So one of the GovHack venues was right here in our Melbourne Living Lab. And what I'd like to do right now is show you a quick video of what happened.
Wonderful to be here in person at Infosys Living Lab in Melbourne. The place is just buzzing, and after a couple of years of virtual GovHack, it's wonderful to meet all the participants, understand the challenges which they are trying to solve for the community. So I'm very pleased to be here in person and interact with the people.
It is my first time at a GovHack. I'm enjoying looking at all the data. All the open data is quite good to have that available so we can look through it and actually find something that's interesting.
It's such a vibrant and collaborative space. You know, mentoring like at a hackathon after so long, it's so refreshing, and it's good to see, you know, all these people who are passionate about the work they do and really putting in all the time and effort to reach their end goal.
Being a software engineer, usually we're told what to do. What we're trying to do is to show insights into small business trends and give probabilities to what you might want to do in a locality or how you're tracking against others in your genre of business.
Big data is a big thing. There's so much data available out there, but it's about how we use it. How do we actually analyze that and make sense of it and really create value for society?
The last 2+ years of the pandemic and the long lockdowns in Victoria, while it has the good things where it has really pushed change management and remote working and all of that stuff. This year in GovHack, to be in person, to actually have face-to-face conversations, to ideate, to collaborate with teams, and to actually meet people from different walks of life, I think is absolutely exciting. And today in this GovHack here in Melbourne Living Labs of Infosys, we have hackers who are basically from 3 months old. You know, we've got a 3-month-old baby whose parents are here hacking, right up to those who have got about 50 plus years of experience in the industry. So it is absolutely fascinating, and I'm really excited to see what the results are.
Well, it's been a fantastic 5 years. It was a fantastic event. You know, since 2018, in the work with GovHack, we've actually enabled 3,400 people across Australia and New Zealand to come together to help improve our communities through the use of technology. It's been a wonderful relationship, and one that I am sure will go for many, many years to come. This year, the focus was on ESG, and that's really an important area for us as an organisation. In fact, since the last time we met in person back in 2019, something we're really proud of, in 2020, globally, we became carbon neutral as an organisation, 30 years ahead of the Paris Accord, something we're very proud of, which we achieved in 2020 since we last met. And we continue to build scale and encourage our partners to invest in ESG programs. And indeed, our partnership with GovHack has been really great. It aligns with another aspect of our global ESG vision, which is to build digital skills. We have an objective to help people that need assistance to build digital skills for 10 million people globally by 2025, and this is part of it. So speaking of digital skills and speaking of ESG, I'm really looking forward, as was already mentioned during the break, you can go and see some of the events, you can some of the innovations, you can see some of that online. There's been some really, really fantastic ideas. And to all of you that have been involved in those ideas and bringing that to the fore, I mean, A, I want to recognise what wonderful work you've done, but B, I want to really encourage you to look at the pathways going forward. What are the opportunities to scale? What are the opportunities to take that forward? You know, 2 weeks ago, I mentioned we're having a lot of events here, and another event we had 2 weeks ago, we had a whole lot of startup organisations in this Living Lab pitching to our ecosystem, to our clients, to our partners, and you know, there are some amazing startups happening throughout Australia and New Zealand, and I think you've got really strong potential to do that. And it would be remiss of me, while we're talking about digital skills, not to mention, if you do want to continue to grow your digital skills and you want to work in an exciting environment, we'd love to talk to you here at Infosys. We have amazing programs, whether you want to work with the Australian Open, as I mentioned, improving fan experience, or looking at how players and coaches are using artificial intelligence and big data, whether it's inventing the next retail outlet, whether it's working with government, making an impact and making a change for the citizens around Australia. If you're interested in those programs, we have a number of people from Infosys here. Our recruiting team would love to talk to you. So having made that quick advertisement, on that note, I want to wish you all the very best. I want to thank you all for being part of GovHack. I know we're going to see some tremendous successes here. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. And more importantly, I hope you enjoy the future journey ahead. I think, as I said, we've got some real future leaders and some future innovators involved with GovHack. So everyone, welcome to the Red Carpet GovHack Awards for 2022. Welcome to our Living Lab. Thank you. I'll hand back to Olivia.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for you and Infosys' 5 years of sponsorship. We massively appreciate it, and we hope that this is a really long partnership for years to come. All right, so next up, what I'm going to introduce is our next speaker. So we are also delighted to have Torrens University as our first ever international event partner. This was a new type of sponsorship for GovHack. We'd like to thank Torrens University for their 5 stunning locations that they hosted across Australia and New Zealand for the competition weekend. I would now like to warmly welcome the Deputy Vice Chancellor from Torrens University, Helmet Lippenhauser.
Thank you very much, everybody. Is that me? Is it working now? Hello, good evening. I've been zigzagging around the city for the last week trying that has decided it's right that I arrive here tonight, because I'm so pleased to have made it on time. I can't tell you, there are moments where I thought I wouldn't. So, look, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure to share this special moment for all of our finalists and, of course, as we'll find out, the award winners. We relate very closely at Torrens to the Empower, Enable, Connect part of the logo. It's very much what we do as a university, how we need to be. We have a major goal in the work we do, which we call Connect the World for Good. And of course, we're connected through the digital environment and running our programs around the world in other languages, in other cultures. So we're very close to the whole idea of what these hacks are about and why we joined 3 years ago. And data management, analysis, data sources, the practice fundamentals of data analysis and reporting, as well as visualization, is driven through our programs, both here in Australia, especially through our design and creative technology area, but also in New Zealand in our media design school. So we relate very closely to the essence of what this hack is about. And that's what makes us so comfortable to be involved and to be a co-sponsor. A few weeks ago, we were ranked as one of Australia's most innovative companies by the Australian Financial Review for the 3rd year in a row. I've been told to say that. We're very proud of that fact, and each of the innovations we were recognised for were responses to the COVID pandemic and how we managed to operate, again, and very much in the digital arena through the COVID pandemic is what brought us there. And I'd like to just mention one other thing. Our climate change collaborative project, Thin Ice, has used VR technology to engage and inform the world about Antarctica, and it's attracted international accolades. So our staff work, our student work, it's riven through our culture and what we do, and why I feel so comfortable to be here tonight. So being recognised through awards is, of course, fantastic. Each one of you, whether you're a finalist or a winner, is a champion bringing your expertise to positively impact on our planet and on our societies. These awards serve as a genuinely energising springboard. So from us at Torrens University, good luck. Thank you in advance for your work ahead, and we look forward to the future where you become the leaders in our society and we can say, I knew that person when. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Helbert. My first ever hackathon was actually at university, and so I'm sure that's the case for a lot of people, and I hope our partnership continues well into the future as well. What we're going to do now is I'm going to bring on my fellow MC back onto stage, because together we're going to announce the commencement of the International and National Awards.
Sure, thank you, Livia. Before we move on to the award section, I want to test your intelligence once again. I've got one intelligent person. Sorry, I did not get your name, ma'am. Sarah. I want to make sure by the end of today we've got ample number of smart people. My next question: what did the fish say when it swam into a wall? What did a fish say when it swam into a wall? Perfect. Damn, you got it. You got it. Looks like we've got smart people in here. Well done. Now, it's the time, the main part of the evening, where we would love to hear you cheering and celebrating the winners of the 2022 GovHack International and National Awards. Now, there's a lot of awards to get through this evening. There are mainly 4 parts. First, as we are here in Melbourne, we will announce the Victorian Awards first. Then we will move on to the Australian National Awards. Then we bring in New Zealand with the New Zealand Awards. And the final part is the International Challenge Awards. For each award, we will invite the sponsor to come up to the front to present the award. We will announce the name of the award category and a short description.
We'll then announce the teams who receive an honourable mention first. So when you hear your name, please come to the front to collect your certificate and have a group photo of you taken. We'll then announce the runner-up, and we want all team members again, head to the front, grab your certificate and have your photo taken. And finally, you know the drill. If you win, head to the front, love to grab a photo and give you your certificate.
Please let the photographer know if you do not want your photograph taken. That's the photographer. Do you want to wave? Yeah, there you go. As these may be used for future GovHack and sponsor marketing and promotions.
All right, so let's kick off with the Victorian State Awards. In a moment, I'll be asking the GovHack region lead, Mangala Prasetya, to present the awards, but first, a little bit about him. Mangala led the GovHack team in Victoria and oversaw all activities in this region. During the day, he works as a risk manager at NAB, and at night, he's currently studying his MBA at the Imperial College of London. Please join me in welcoming Mangala to the stage.
Good evening all, and welcome to the 2022 Victorian State Awards. So another year, another GovHack, but this time it feels a lot different, especially for me, given that it's the first one that we've had here in person in Victoria after so many years, or 2 years exactly, of being in virtual and also being in lockdown. I'm very thankful to all our sponsors and partners for their ongoing support and for continuing to help us make this event a possibility. To our veteran sponsors, the Department of Premier and Cabinet, represented by David and Kerry here, we're thrilled to be celebrating a decade of long partnership, and we look forward to continuing our long-standing partnership for many more years or decades to come. Likewise, I'd also like to acknowledge Andrew's earlier comments celebrating 5 years of partnership with Infosys as well. And to Infosys, Torrens and Deakin, a special thank you to you all for hosting the Victorian competition and making it more accessible for all our participants this year throughout Victoria. We really look forward to continuing to nurture our partnerships with you all. Thank you also to all the Victorian volunteers, many of whom are hovering around today, taking photos, ushering, directing you all around the venue, who've put in countless of hours to really make this a possibility. So a shout out to you all. And finally, a special thank you to the GovHack, IoT and board for always being so supportive of the Victorian region and for bringing the Red Carpet Awards to our end of town this year. So it's really exciting to have you all here, even if the weather did not get the memo clearly. Finally, and most importantly, a big round of applause to all the participants and winners. Without you, there would be no GovHack and there would be no brilliant ideas. So please continue to be part of our GovHack community, and please keep those amazing ideas coming and continuing to share them with one another. Anyway, I feel like I've gone on for long enough, so I'd like to now welcome David Cullen, the Victorian Government Chief Information Security Officer for the Department of Premier and Cabinet here in Victoria. And David is an experienced leader in the data space, having previously held the role of the Victorian Government Chief Data Officer, as well as other senior leadership roles involving intelligence gathering and data analysis at the Victoria Police, the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, and the Emergency Management of Victoria during the COVID-19 pandemic. So please give him a warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Mangala, thank you. On behalf of the Victorian Government, I welcome the opportunity for many more decades of partnership with GovHack. Like those before me, I too would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which we gather this evening, here, the lands of the Wurundjeri people, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and importantly, any First Nations people who are joining us here this evening. I would like to also thank the Board of GovHack Australia for organising the event and acknowledge the contribution of major sponsors Infosys and Torrens University. It is a privilege to share this opportunity with you. As Mangala mentions, my name is David Cullen. I'm the Victorian Government's Chief Data Officer, as well as having the, I'm not sure if it's unenviable or questionable dual role of also being the state's chief information security officer, which means everything we collect I somehow have to figure out how to protect as well. So it does keep me busy and arguing with myself quite a lot. It is my great pleasure to be here at GovHack 2022 Red Carpet event to celebrate the efforts of all the GovHack teams, the volunteers and data custodians this year. The Victorian Government has been a huge supporter of GovHack over the last decade, and we are pleased to continue our support again this year. As you all appreciate, GovHack is about getting the best and brightest across Australia and New Zealand, working with government data to innovate and create, and this year certainly did not disappoint. We've had entrepreneurs, developers, designers, digital media creators, artists, storytellers, researchers, and open data enthusiasts, just to name a few, showcasing the great diverse range of talent, all of which has a passion for using data in some way or another. It's been so positive to see such a mix of hackers from diverse backgrounds and ages, and I was especially excited to see the submissions come through from our primary school aged children this year. This can only bode well for the future of data and analytics, not just here in Victoria, but across the country as well. GovHack is all about encouraging and celebrating technical and creative capacity, connecting citizens with government for great outcomes, and building upon the social and economic value of open data published by government, which is why this event is so special for us at Digital Victoria. We have a big, bold ambition at Digital Victoria, and we're hard at work creating a future-ready, digitally enabled government for Victorians. We're focused on creating better, fairer, more accessible services for our communities, and digital-ready public sector and a thriving digital economy. And we can't do any of that without input from Victorians and the smart use of data to support better government decision-making. We're collaborating across the public sector and industry by using data to generate insights and improve the delivery of government services across the state. A great example of this, something I'm certainly passionate about, is the Digital Twin Victoria program. It's a $37 million investment in geospatial data and spatial innovation. The program will absolutely set the digital foundations for a future-ready Victoria and support us all in using data to make better decisions. When we talk about open data, the Victorian Government is also committed to the ongoing release of government data through our open data program, DataVic. DataVic, for those of you who are familiar with it, makes it easy for the public to discover and access thousands of Victorian government open data sets. By publishing data in this form that anyone can access, modify and reuse, we hope to contribute to a more transparent and accountable society, support the development of new technologies and services, and stimulate the national economy. This year has seen the exciting release of real-time transport data that includes information and updates on the location and expected arrival times of metropolitan trains and buses, being just one of the many releases that we've pursued this year. GovHack continues to be a great opportunity for government to encourage new perspectives on issues such as better data governance practices and maximising resource use. It is also a fantastic opportunity for us to show data custodians the added value that can be achieved by releasing government data to the community. I'd like to take this opportunity to again thank everybody that took time to participate in this year's event, particularly all of our volunteers who have taken time out, not just in your Saturday night this evening, but in the many days, weeks and months and hours that lead up to such an important event like this. We've had some awesome challenges that tested each team to come up with ideas and solutions to problems around things like water quality, skills development, and better uses of data. And I was absolutely thrilled earlier this evening to have the opportunity to talk to some of those teams about the fantastic work they've done, and I'm so proud of everybody and the great work they've pulled together. We'll be working hard to ensure that next year's challenges bring forward new ideas and even more data for release, and we look forward to announcing the winners shortly. And once again, thank you for your time and efforts. Congratulations.
Thank you for those comments, David. So I'd now like to invite Kerry Cruikshank Senior Product Manager at DataVic, up to the stage, as well as David, please stay on, to join me in presenting the awards, as well as Matt, one of our GovHack board members who will be over there. We'll try and coordinate this as smoothly as possible for all the award winners. But yes, let's see how it goes. So our first award for Victoria tonight is regarding the challenge, Better Use of Data Connecting Addresses in Data Sets. So this challenge was all about how addresses in data sets are a complicated thing. For example, they may have typos and abbreviations. They might rely on the context of the data set. Is this in Melbourne, Australia, or is this in Melbourne, Florida? That's something that I personally struggled with. And they may be more or less specific. Given an address or data set containing addresses, how can we discover useful connections with other data sets given a large corpus of potential information? So we'll start with the honourable mentions. Please come to the front to collect your certificate. The honourable mention in this category goes to Alohomora Algorithm, name of the project, by Team Alohomora Algorithm. Is anyone? Would you like to come up to, if there's anyone represented by that? No? Okay. Our runner-up, we have one runner-up in this category, so please come to the front and collect your prize as well. It goes to Funnel Cat, by Project Funnel Cat by Drippy Flow. Their project bridges the gap between human-readable and machine-readable locations. Any location can quickly be converted to a structured hierarchy representing proximity from one address to the other. Awesome. So the winner in this category is GNA Codes by Team Vort from Digital New South Wales. Unfortunately, Team Vort can't be with us tonight, so Livia will accept the award on their behalf. Livia? So their project was to produce GNA codes. First, they clean addresses using their parser. It standardizes punctuations, capitalizations, flats, units, notations, level floor, styles, and the likes in addresses into a normalized address format. So I'd now like to hand over to Kerry to share some of her judges' comments.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. We really wanted to talk about, the judges were really impressed by how polished some of these submissions were, and given the time constraints, and more importantly, the different approaches and perspectives of the team. The winner, the submission looked at providing a solution for data scientists dealing with inconsistent address naming conventions, and it was a pretty unanimous decision, and we're really happy, and thank you so much.
It'd be good if you just stayed on this side. It'd be good if you just stayed on this side, I think. The second set of awards goes with the Skills Development Life After School Challenge. The challenge was, how might we connect schools and students with their local community for learning life skills and for post-school opportunities? So this award has one honourable mention, and it goes to Project I Collaborate by Team Inspirers from Digital Vic. And we have one runner-up in the category, and it goes to Project Pinpoint by Team Diversity Candidate from Digital Tas. So if any of you are here, and their project, users of Pinpoint can find nearby communities that offer education or training services in the vicinity of where they now reside. Onto the winner in this category is Project Link by Team Link Inc. From Melbourne. Link is an app that connects the youth to their local communities via their school and helps them learn crucial life skills that they don't teach you at school. No one? So over to you, Kerry, for the judges' comments.
So the judges were really pleased to see teams demonstrated their entries. They really spent a lot of time with the data, and they developed an understanding of the problem space, which actually made a really difficult judging process. Our runner-up, this entry looked at the correlation between better education and more opportunities with career options, and the solution looked at using schools and community data to match people with learning and growth opportunities in the community. And our winner, which is Link, by linking, this entry impressed because it had a solution that considered how local community actually connects with the students, providing a space for learning events to be listed, as well as work experience and job opportunities. Enabling local government and alumni to become mentors, a space to create an online community for students to ask questions, get advice and challenges they encountered by using a discussion platform. And as I said, the judges were really impressed by all of the entrants in this category.
Thanks, Kerry. Finally, the third set of awards is to the Water Quality Gippsland Lakes Challenge. And that challenge looks at what is the data telling us about what drives water quality in the Gippsland Lakes. There are many views in the community about perceived changes in water quality over the years in the Gippsland Lakes and what might be causing these issues. What story does the data tell us about what is driving water quality in the Gippsland Lakes? So we have one winner in this category, and that is Fixing Gips by Team Q from Hobart. And their project shows the correlation of salinity against nitrogen and nitrogen against phosphorus, and suggested the use of fertilizer and other farming chemicals. So over to you, Kerry.
Thank you. So again, the judges were really impressed with the quality of submissions entered, and there was. Did you announce the runner-up? Sorry, Mangala. Controversial. So the run-up in this challenge was by Jessica, by Team Bianco. Jessica stands for Junior Environmental Science Student Information and Collaboration App, which I think is just genius. It's a tool. It's both a tool and a community to encourage support for students to participate in citizen science. And of course, the winner was Fixing Gippsland, and I'm kind of sad they're not here tonight, but it was a really impressive entry, and thank you very much.
I think David and Matt had the easiest jobs tonight. But no, thank you so much, David, Kerry, and Simon, who couldn't be here tonight as well from the Department of Premier and Cabinet, for these challenges and for your ongoing and considered support. Like to echo again, we welcome decades of collaboration to come. So thank you to you all, and congratulations to all the Victorian winners, runners-up, and honourable mentions. So now back. Oh, thank you so much. Over back to you, Livia.
Yeah, thank you. All right, thank you, Bengala, for your presentation and for all of your hard work this year as well, and congratulations to all of the Victorian Award winners. All right, so we're now onto the main part of the evening, which is what a lot of you people are here for, which is the Australian National Challenges. These are our big awards, and they have been sponsored by national agencies and our main sponsors. So what's going to happen is myself and Hashida, we're going to switch between announcing the awards but I'll do the first two and then we'll switch over. So, is everyone kind of ready for this? So this is the main one. Yeah? Okay, good. The first award that I'd like to announce is the 2021 Australian Census Award. This was sponsored by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, and it's going to be presented by Matt Watt, GovHack Board Director, on behalf of Michelle Philo from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, as they are unable to join us this evening. The challenge that was posed was, how might we link the 2021 census data with open data to highlight or solve a challenge Australians are facing? The 2021 census has revealed key insights about where we live, our ancestry, and what languages we speak. It contains information about the nation, giving insight on cultural diversity, families and homes, employment, health issues, and how we changed during the pandemic. The ABS asked participants to consider how can we use census data to improve the lives of Australians. This challenge had 3 honourable mentions. If I call your team out, please come to the front and collect your certificate. The honourable mentions in this category go to Project Crime Resource Interface Management Engine by Team Hackspore, and they were from Moreton Bay. We've also got Project Electric Rodent Runner by Team Tardens 2022, and this team is from Adelaide. The other project that we had as an honourable mention is Insight in Mind Ravenous Drop Bears, and they are from Digital WA. And I think one of the teams is here tonight, if you'd love to come up. Well done, team. So for this challenge, there were 2 runner-ups. The first runner-up that we have is Project NTech by Team SugarCity.io, and this team is from Queensland Digital. Where are they? Yes, they should be here tonight. If you would love to come up and grab your certificate, we can grab a photo of you as well. Or not. Oh, excellent. I was being blinded by that light. Okay, so this team have designed an enterprise SaaS web platform that allows residents and government organisations to view current power information about their house and community. Well done. And the second runner-up for this category goes to Project Pole X by Team Apples from Canberra. Team Apples built Policy Explorer. It's a suite of interactive dashboards delivered via a software subscription service. Users can explore the different aspects of the ACT government's wellbeing framework with integrated data models. And the winner for this category goes to Project School Zone by Team Happy. So this team has come, actually no, they're from Flinders, Melbourne, so they haven't come too far. Please come to the front. Their Project School Zone has a couple of objectives. The solution encourages the use of trams, buses and trains for trips undertaken to schools. This will enhance road safety, particularly around school areas, decrease emissions and decrease travel times. In particular, School Zone helps the government redesign school zones by focusing on assigning students based on accessibility to schools via a single mode of transport, while also considering the shortest route and capacity of schools. Well done. And so for this award, we'd also like to thank Michelle Philo and the team at the Australian Bureau of Statistics for their continued support. Matt, I'll get you to stay up there for me to present the next award. The next award that I'm presenting is Small Business Performance Indicators, and this one was sponsored by the Australian Tax Office. Will Day, Deputy Commissioner for Small Business and the ATO, will be delivering the news with me via video this evening.
Hi, I'm Will Day, Deputy Commissioner for Small Business at the Australian Taxation Office. This year, the ATO issued a challenge to teams to consider how we can help small business owners to easily compare how their business is tracking across a range of performance indicators compared to other small businesses. I'd like to thank all of the teams who participated in this year's ATO Set Challenge and who took the opportunity to create original and innovative application ideas. All of the entries were engaging, and your efforts have not gone unnoticed.
Excellent. Thank you, Will. And so Will spoke about the engagement and the effort that the teams put in. And so I am happy to announce that the honourable mention for this one goes to Project Business Butler by Team Nightwatch from Melbourne, Southern Cross.
Now it's time to announce our runner-up. Congratulations to Team Data Florist with their project Business Barometer. Team Data Florist proposed a friendly web and mobile application that could report the water, electricity, gas, wastewater and air pollution for every business in Australia.
Well done. So Team Data Florist come from Digital Queensland. Please come to the front. Well done.
And the winning team entry goes to student rookies with small business performance indicators. Congratulations to student rookies who proposed an application to help small business comprehend the financial performance between their company and the business industry.
So student rookies should be here. Would you please come to the stage? They have come all the way from St. Lucia in Brisbane. Congratulations. I'd like to thank Will Day, Deputy Commissioner for Small Business Australian Taxation Office, for his ongoing enthusiasm and consistent support of GovHack since our inception really back in 2009. I'll now hand over to Harshita, who will continue and announce the next couple of awards.
Thank you so much, Livia. I'm back again with the dad joke question, just to make sure that you're all awake and alive. Actually, in the morning, I was having a chat with Jan, and I'm basically from Sydney. So I was telling Jan that I think Sydney crowd has got a different energy. Then Jan stared at me and said that nothing like that. Even Melbourne people got that energy too. So now onwards, whatever the awards that are announced, you make sure that you clap hands so loudly that people should get confused whether the 2020 cricket match is going on here or not. So before that, I'm going to test your intelligence. I think we got Sarah as one, and I'm not sure who answered the second question. Your name, ma'am, please? Annie. I think looks like women are most intelligent. There you go. That might be a controversial thing. I'm all about equality. So moving on. What did the calculator say to the student? What did the calculator say to the student? Come on, men, you got to be catching up. What did the calculator say to the student? It's okay. I can sound intelligent now by giving out the answer. The calculator said to the student, "You can count on me." Perfect. We're moving on to the next set of awards. It is helping Australia to reach net zero emission by 2050. This challenge was sponsored by Clean Energy Regulator, and it is presented by Rihanna Blackathon from the Clean Energy Regulator. We do have a message from the Clean Energy Regulator's Chief Data Officer, Mary Ann Wilson, who can't be with us tonight. I'm not sure whether I'm going to make an effort to read in her voice or not. I'm going to use my voice. I'm not so good at mimicking. So Mary's message goes like this. The Clean Energy Regulator was very excited to be a sponsor of GovHack this year. GovHack is such a great opportunity to share bright ideas and apply a diverse range of skills to some of the most pressing social, economic, and environmental challenges that we face. It's also a way for us to learn from today's innovators for a better tomorrow. We asked participants to get creative in their response to a question. Using open data, we asked you to present a solution to the following question. Australia has a goal to reach net zero emission by 2050. How can Australians use public spaces, including city landscapes, to achieve these goals? We were blown away by the submissions, and we are so excited to see creative and innovative ways in which people approached the challenge. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners. I'm back to my voice now. I need to tell that one. You might see I can never get a job as a mimic. And the challenge is Australia has a goal to reach net zero emission by 2050. How can Australians use public spaces, including city landscapes, to achieve these goals? We can have the video now. Cool. We do have 3 honorable mentions. The project name is Cycle by the team Milkbox Digital from Sydney, Surrey Hills. The second honorable mention is Cyclo by the team Hackmaster from Burwood Deakin. So the last honorable mention is the project called Clean Route by team Urban Threshold from Albany. Cool. Finally, we're moving up to runners-up. We have 2 runners-up in this category, and the first runner-up award goes to, can I get some drum rolls? There you go, get some energy out, yeah. To Project C0 by team Simply Smart Hackers from Adelaide. Do we have them here? Thank you so much, team Simply Smart Hackers. Their project is the C0 focuses on helping to reduce carbon emissions through the collaboration and promotion of micro-mobility and city landscapes. Their goal at Zero is for Australia to reach zero net emission by 2050 through connect public transport with public landscapes. I highly encourage you all to log into the portal Hackerspace and see those videos and the data sets that they've used. Very interesting. I did some of the judging as well. I was so surprised how you can see one data and you can interpret in so many different ways, and that's something that's surprising and blew my mind. The second runner-up for this award is Project AU0 by the team AU0 from Melbourne Southern Cross. Their project is about NFT market coins for the community that supports to electricity and lower the heat in cities and urban spaces by greenifying using biophilic design. We finally have a winner for this category. I want to get a drum roll. And the winner is Cartesian Pin by the team Data Revolution. And they're coming all the way from Adelaide, Team Data Revolution.
Thank you. And I just wanted to announce that at the booth, we actually have a working version of the idea that we pitched at GovHack. So it's very good that we've won. So we've got a product now as well.
Yeah, do that. Put it on. Be proud. Photo opportunity.
Make sure during the bake you go and check out Cartesian Pin, which basically enables user to compare different modes of transport while relating it to things that truly matters to them, such as how many dollars they could save at the pump with an EV, how many burgers they can eat, highlighting the number of calories they burned, how many trees they can save, highlighting the reductions in emissions. Users can also find links to government incentives for further greener alternatives. With thanks to Rihanna Blackathon, Mary Ann Wilson, and the Clean Energy Regulator. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to the next set of awards. I've got to tell, last night I was prepping and reading the MC script. Some of the challenges or the submission of projects have got no names, they've got emojis. And I was wondering how I'm going to read them. So you guys got to help me out. If the emoji turns up there, you're going to tell me and help me out how we need to read those emojis. So the next set of awards is Best Creative Use of Data in Response to ESG. So this challenge was sponsored by GovHack Australia itself. And it is presented by Matt Watt, GovHack Board Director. The challenges goes like this. How can you showcase data in a creative manner to respond to environmental, social, and governance challenges? How can we present and visualize data to stimulate conversation and promote change? Again, this award too has 3 honorable mentions. The project ESG by team Becoming Smarter Monkeys from Digital Victoria. We got one smarter monkey here. Yeah. Well done, Team ESG. The next honorable mention is by project. I'm not sure, like, how can I pronounce this one? Like, lighting money, shocking money, thundering money? This... Sorry, what? Okay, lightning emoji dollar sign. Thank you for helping me out there. From Bryce Cronin from Canberra. The third honorable mention is Project Bluebell by the team Milkbox Digital from Sydney, Surrey Hills. And the winner in this category is, drum roll, is Project 1895 Green V. By the team 1895 all the way from Adelaide. Please come and please put your hands together for team 1895. Yeah. Do you want to put on the medal? Yeah. There you go, yeah. I think your certificate is, do you want to hold it like this? Or else oh yeah, there you go, yeah. So basically, their solution addresses 3 challenges: digitization of water, Moreton Bay greening, and creative use of data for ESG. Their solution, named GreenV, leverages community gardens and maps their physical state and data to a virtual community garden app. The purpose is to create awareness about how effective utilization of water and sustainable gardening in Queensland can help communities to better protect and flourish the planet. It highlights the different stakeholders' role in building sustainable practices using community garden. GreenV provides an interactive approach for everyone to view the data in response to ESG challenges. We thank GovHack Australia, particularly Matt Watt, for presenting this award. Thank you, Matt. Before I move on to the next set of awards, I'm going to test your intelligence once again. This is quite an easy one, and I want to make sure that men are racing. We have already got 2 winners. How many apples grow on a tree? How many apples grow on a tree? No, the answer is not 10. How many apples grow on a tree? There you go, all of them, of course. Looks like there is some knowledge up there. Perfect, we're going to move on to the next set of awards. So this award is for Best Creative Use of Data in Response to ESG. Sorry, that was my mistake. I did not turn the page. The next set of awards is for Emissions, the Dark Side of Buildings. This was sponsored by Infosys, and it is presented by Infosys Executive Vice President, Region Head for Australia and New Zealand, Andrew Groth. This challenge is, how might we address the built environment, which accounts for 40% of the world's greenhouse gas emission through the data set and smart technologies? How will the phenomena of a hybrid return to the workplace impact how we use existing spaces and plans for developing new spaces? How do we create the mix of brownfield, greenfield projects to optimize results of efforts? This award again has 2 honorable mentions. The first one is from the project called Spacey by the team TS Tribute from Sydney, Surrey Hills. The second honorable mention is ECO2 by team GovHack from Adelaide. Next is the runners-up in this category, and it goes to, drum roll, to the project Urban Design and Amenity by the team AUSR from Digital Tasmania. Perfect, yeah. Well done, team AUSR. Their project is all about the 4-stage plan to work towards realizing the vision of zero-emission cities. The plan consists of respond, focusing on the creative use of pre-existing infrastructure. It it is a responsible way that we take advantage of new economic opportunities while aiming to reduce energy and emissions. The second step is reactive, where they are looking to respond to changes by reconfiguring urban layouts with the help of technology. The third step is transform, where Australia as a nation looks at more creative ways to using renewable energy while reducing carbon footprint. Next step is grow, a long-term outlook at how cities might look like in the next 30 years. So they've got respond, reactive, transform, and grow. Brilliant. We've got the winners in this category as well. Can I get the drum roll for the winners? And it goes to the project AU0 by the team AU0 from Melbourne's Southern Cross. There you go. I'm the lucky charm, might be. You're getting the award.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. That was super exciting.
Alright, who's going to take the medal? Just the latest one. You can have this. Yeah, no, I think we look really good.
Some of our new fashion statement. You're going to get in?
I just got to tell, I love your shoes. I'm going to come and ask you, where did you buy that one in the break? And basically, their project creates NFT market coins for the community that supports electricity generation, reduces carbon emission, and lower the heat in cities and urban spaces by greenifying using biophilic design. If you're wondering what biophilic design is, I've Googled that for you. And it's the concept of using plants indoor to create closer connection to nature. Recently, most of my friends live in New York, and they all have got dogs, and they keep calling, I'm a dog mom, and they've all got Instagram pages. And I thought I should buy a dog as well. And I realized that I'm not that much responsible person that I can take care of a living being, especially dogs. I went and bought 2 plants, and I started calling myself Plant Mom. So I want to thank Andrew Groth and all the teams at Infosys. Andrew will be back again a bit later. I know you all are tired by clapping your hands, and we need a break to have some food and drinks and to energize. So far, well done to all the teams. We are now almost the halfway point, and it's time for a break. We highly encourage you guys to meet the makers if you haven't already. Teams will be showcasing the projects. Would love to share with you. Before you guys go on, I have last question as a dad joke. This is time for you guys to brace yourself and answer this question. What creature is smarter than talking parrot? What creature is smarter than talking parrot? Spelling bee. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you know when you will be back. I'm going to announce it. Have a good break, and please make sure that you meet the makers and make some networking connection as well. Thank you so much. We'll be back soon.
chats well into the evening. And the teams will also still be over here at the Meet the Makers section, so you still have another chance to go check out all of their projects if you haven't done so already. And again, for those watching the live stream, if you want to have a look at any of the projects, you can head to 2022.hackerspace.govhack.org and you can view their projects online as well. So I have another couple of national awards to present before moving on to the international awards. The first award that I'm very excited to present tonight is Flood, Fire in the Future, The Road to Resilience. This award was sponsored by the National Freight Data Hub. I'm going to ask Margot Bell, Assistant Director, National Freight Data Hub, Bureau of Infrastructure and Transport Research Economics, to the stage. And Margot will say a couple of words before she helps me present this award. Welcome, Margot. Does she have a mic? And I'll give you this for the live stream.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. The National Freight Data Hub has entered this competition for the first time this year. It was a very scary sort of exercise for us because we just didn't quite know where to start. So we thought, well, what is our purpose? And it's really to provide business and government with better access to freight data. And that can also be data about how various things impact on the movement of freight. And this is something that anyone who buys a parcel online knows something about. You know, lots of things can impede the movement of freight in Australia. So we thought, well, where will we start? Well, some of the things that we have are telematics data about the movements of trucks. We have data about road closures, road works, those sorts of things. And we thought, well, maybe we could put together a couple of challenges that we weren't really sure how they would work. Who would have known that putting together a challenge about flood, fire in the future would have been very prophetic? You know, we didn't think of that at the time, but certainly that's where we ended up. We were absolutely stoked to get 20 responses to our challenge. I understand a few years ago, Bitcher actually entered in GovHack, and everyone said, oh, don't enter into GovHack, we never got any responses. So, you know, we are leading the pack now with 20, so we're absolutely thrilled with that. So we were thrilled to put two challenges together. We didn't know quite what we expected, but what we got was just overwhelming. So we genuinely thank all the people who entered. There are lots of very creative responses, and we will certainly value them as we go forward into the future. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Margot, and thank you again for supporting GovHack this year. And we hope we see you again next year with, you know, even more than 20 recipients. Okay, so I'll get Margot to stay on stage to help me present, because we're going to move on to the first challenge runner-up. Honourable mention. This challenge, we have one honourable mention, and this goes to Project Eva Q by Team A Fine Drop from Moreton Bay. They unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but we do have a certificate which we can send them later. What I'll do is I'll move on to the runner-up for this one. For this category, the runner-up goes to Project Ain't No Flood Gonna Stop My Train by Team Hackling from Canberra. Yay! So what Team Hackling did is use data to make a Minecraft build to showcase what will happen if it floods across an important railway track now and in the future. Well done. And now the winner. So, anyway, don't forget you can go online to watch this as well if you want to check out the cool Minecraft project. But the winner for this project is Flood, Fire and the Future, The Road to Resilience by Evil from Moreton Bay. Congratulations. So we get Team Evil. On their description they said, we are not evil, so we'll have to trust that. But their project was about Australia's economic loss due to flooding, which has been catastrophic. With the foreseen increase in rain events surrounding and affecting Queensland, it is crucial to introduce strategic transport planning for our freight carriers. The project proposes the creation of an app that will assist transport planners by providing them with freight data. The freight data will provide information regarding current or potentially damaged and blocked roads due to flooding. Flood Freight Assist will be available to freight carriers, helping them to complete their routes more efficiently by indicating any travel routes that are at risk of flooding after a rain event. So I'd also like to thank Margot and the National Freight Data Hub, as this is their first year supporting us, and we hope you support us well into the future. Okay, I've just got to the next part of the strip and I realise you're also presenting the next one. But that's all right, I can thank you many times. The next award is called What's Going Where? Again, sponsored by National Freight Data Hub and presented by Margot Bell. This challenge was about helping transport planners in government and industry understand the real locations of manufacturing, freight and logistic businesses and how this relates to truck movements. Business registers often contain the addresses of headquarters rather than the locations of warehouses and distribution centres that are important for freight planning. They asked, can we mash up information about where our truck telematic pilot participants are travelling and stopping with other information like land and zoning, rest stops, congestion or traffic counts to better understand where are the important locations for freight for our cities and how much would they be impacted by bottlenecks, unpredicted travel times and other issues. Is there land around our cities that have been overlooked? So they've asked a lot. But our teams answered the challenge, and so I'd like to announce the first team to come up, which is the honourable mention, and that goes to Project Freight Locate by Team Milk is Optional from Brisbane, St Lucia. So they can't be here tonight, but well done to that team. For this one, we have no runner-up for this challenge, so we'll go straight to the winner. And that winner is Project Once a Flood, probably Twice a Flood. So I don't know if it's 3 times, but this is by Team Hot Water Tea, and they are from Moreton Bay. Unfortunately, the team is unable to attend this evening. We will have a look at their project though. So their project, Australian Freight Road Planner, is an interactive infographic that displays predicted areas of flooding in the Ipswich area. The map is driven on data collected from the past 12 months, and it is a useful tool for planning travel routes far in advance. The industries that can benefit from this tool are manufacturing, freight, and logistics. So we've got Jason accepting on their behalf. Thank you, Jason. So that is the end of both those challenges. Thank you again, Margot, Georgia, Rob, and all of the team at National Freight Data Hub for becoming part of GovHack this year. Thank you. Of course, GovHack is an international organisation covering both Australia and New Zealand. The next award is for our New Zealand teams. To speak about the New Zealand competition, we have Kevin Waugh. Kevin is the program director at an ideas incubator called the Questionable Research Labs. It's based in Whangarei, New Zealand, and it's a geeky playground for science, engineering and design. Kevin also has 2 sons who have both been through the Questionable Labs, and his eldest son, Zach, we were lucky to have him as a facilitator at the Auckland GovHack event. Could you please welcome Kevin to the front? give you this for the live stream.
Right, out here in New Zealand this year was a reboot for us. We have a great team now, and it's been facilitated by Stuart Ralston. You can expect to see more from New Zealand next year. This GovHack event, it has enormous value. At this end of it here, we're seeing the sort of the innovative outputs, but at least for New Zealand, there's a hidden win, which is the professional development that happens as people go through the hackathons. In fact, New Zealand generally, our nodes have quite a learning and personal development vibe to them. And that's incredibly valuable. It's almost hard to overstate how much benefit the participants get from participating in these events. This is all beyond the outputs they produce. I think our youth team over there from Question Research Lab is a perfect example of that. Despite their age, they've been in multiple GovHack events and other events like it, and by the time they leave our little town and go to university, they've got professional level development skills. But besides the tech, what they really get is fantastic collaborative work skills, problem-solving skills, creativity skills. They're people that, sure, they've got tech, but they've got this package of other things they get from being involved in things like GovHack. So there's huge value there beyond these outputs. And looking forward, I thought I'd mention that the New Zealand team discussing how we see GovHack, one thing we'd like to do is deal with one of the flaws in the way that we run GovHack, at least in New Zealand, but it's probably more general than that, in that our teams develop great concepts and prototypes, but really quite often it ends at the end of the competition and they don't go further. As a group, what our New Zealand team would like to do is to look at taking things further, identify the projects that are really good, facilitate them, work with them, and see if we can get those pushed further. And so we have some, we have a kind of a flow out of GovHack rather than GovHack being the end point. Making more projects, better projects is great, but making making the projects go further, that would be fantastic. So that's one of our goals in the future years. Onward to next year, and I want to thank everybody who's been involved in GovHack, because it's a brilliant thing. I mean, it's really brilliant. It does a hell of a lot of good for all the people who participate. So thank you very much, and onward.
Thank you, Kevin. Myself and Harshita will now be announcing the final 2 sets of awards this evening. Firstly, we're going to do a New Zealand award. The majority of the other New Zealand awards were already announced at the New Zealand ceremony earlier this month, but we wanted to save this one for the special evening that we've got tonight. And after this one, we're going to announce the rest of the international award winners. So, who do we have presenting? Andrew. All right, so what I'm going to do is welcome Andrew to the stage to present this next award. Okay, while Andrew does that, I will hand over to Harshita. Let's do it.
Thank you so much, Livia. I know I got Andrew waiting. Before that, I've got one more question, a last question. Why don't eggs tell jokes to each other? So, there you go, they're going to crack each other up, that's why. That was an excellent joke, perfect. Thank you so much, Andrew. And we really appreciate you staying back till the end and supporting us. Much, much appreciated, Andrew. So the challenge that Infosys presented was connected digital technologies are rapidly changing the way we live, learn, and work. But digital literacy is an important challenge facing New Zealand, leading to a digital exclusion. how do we build a system which helps advance technology literacy in New Zealand to help advance our community equitably. Digital literacy means having the skills you need to live, learn, and work in New Zealand society, where communication and access to information is increasingly through digital technologies like internet platforms, social media, mobile devices, etc. We do have honorable mentions and runner-up this time. So we're going to we do not have honorable mentions and runner-up, but we have finally the winner. So the winner in this category is, drum roll, from the project Dirty Vats by the team Questionable Research Labs from Whangarei, New Zealand. Give it up for them. Well done. So basically, their project is by tapping into available data sources, pulling it together into a web dashboard and providing public APIs. We can provide a way people can use generic smart lights and devices to make it obvious when polluting power is being used. Secondly, create a set of tutorials for individual schools and students to engage with the data and build their own dirty VATS indicator. This project has the dual purpose of increasing our awareness of the issues while also giving us the agency to collectively help with reducing peak loads and its polluting impact. Finally, it provides pathway to learn about using digital technology in a pro-social, practical manner for collective benefit. We're going to move on to the last set of awards. Before that one more quick question, one more last one. What do we call a fly without wings? What do you call a fly? Damn, you guys are killing it today. Well done. We call it a walk. They're not a fly anymore because they don't have wings. Cool. There you go. Yes, perfect. So we have the final set is managing or repurposing COVID-19 wastes. And this challenge was also sponsored by Infosys. And the challenge is, how might we help rethink, repurpose, or rehandle present and the future COVID-19 waste? Humanity was already fighting an uphill battle for sustainability and waste management. And now COVID-19 has accelerated the need for new, scalable methods to safely dispose COVID-19 hazardous waste and material without impacting the surrounding environment. Tens of thousands of tons of extra medical waste from the response to the COVID-19 pandemic has put a tremendous strain on healthcare waste management system around the world, threatening human and environmental health and also exposing a dire need to improve waste management practices. So we do have honorable mentions, and the first honorable mention goes to the project Trash Terminator by team, insert name here, from Albany. We have the runner-up. Can we get a drum roll? The runner-up in this category is Revive Victoria by Team Revive from Digital Victoria. Cool. So basically, the project encourages residents to recycle according to their Shire guidelines while giving them some extra option in order to minimize landfill. The team proposing a way for residents to connect to their Shire office and encouraging people to connect to places with their Shire and to each other. Do you guys want to put on the medal? Give it a go, yeah. Give it up for the team, guys. Thank you. And we got the winner in this category. Drum roll. And it goes to, the winner is Project Rebuild by the team AUSR from Digital Tasmania. Woo-hoo. So basically, the Project Rebuild, it's a platform for business to submit invoices of COVID purchases to receive incentives from the government while gaining access to free COVID waste management service. Rebuild enables better sorting practice and encourages recycling of medical waste by utilizing existing data sets that every company have in their purchase invoices. We're going to thank Andrew, Ashok, Darren, Eden, and the extensive team in Infosys who have delved wide and deep and supported GovHack for the last 5 years. We have been here for almost 2 days, and Infosys have been a huge support, and we really thank and appreciate Infosys support. And I think companies like Infosys make events like this happen and make a difference in the society. Thank you so much, Andrew and team. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. This completes my section. Before I go, I've got to ask one more question. What do you call a factory that produces okay products? What do you call a factory that produces okay products? You call it satisfactory. Last question before I go. This is definitely a last. I'm not going to bore you guys. Why did not skeleton climb the mountain? Why did not skeleton climb the mountain? He did not have the guts. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. We've got, I think, few more sets of awards and we should be done. Before I close, I want to say thank you to Infosys team once again. And also I encourage you all to talk about GovHack and your experience as a GovHack. We want to make sure that teenagers, people in their 20s to whoever it is, it's a safe place to come and learn from each other and grow and build a better community. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Harshita, for all of your support for GovHack this year. Really appreciate it. Okay, so another GovHacker that we're going to bring up to the stage is Matt Watt, GovHack Board Director. Matt is also dad of Jack, who just received the award earlier, if you want to wave to everyone. What the People Choice Award is. So this year we again handed the judging over to you, the participants, and we asked you to select what you believed were the best entries. Voting for the People's Choice Award was open for a number of weeks following the competition, and it's where you could vote for which solutions you believed deserved recognition. There were 2 stages of voting for this. The first stage was open to GovHack participants and judges to vote. From there, the teams with the most votes were taken to a second round where voting was open to everyone. All the projects that progressed to the second round are considered nominees for the People's Choice Award. We want to congratulate them all for achieving this milestone. We're going to announce who they were. If you do hear your name, please stay in your seat, but we do have certificates for you to collect at the end of the night. We're going to bring up the nominees for the People's Choice Award now. So we have, again, now I have to struggle with it, Lightning Dollar Sign is what we decided, I think it was, by Bryce Cronin from Canberra, ACT. We have Aquadash by Aquadash from Digital Queensland. Bindi by Hide and Seek from Digital ACT. Bluebell by Milkbox Digital from Sydney, Surrey Hills, New South Wales. Dirty Watts by Questionable Research Labs from Whangarei, New Zealand. Green Team by The Green Team from Moreton Bay, Queensland. Entech by SugarCity.io from Digital Queensland. Polex by Apples from Canberra, ACT. And School Zone by Happy from Melbourne, Flinders, Victoria. So congratulations to you all. You will receive a certificate. For this, we have an honourable mention, and I'm delighted to announce that this goes to Green Team by The Green Team from Moreton Bay. So please head up and receive your certificate, and also grab a photo as well. Well done. I'm now happy to announce the winner in this category is, maybe we'll get a drum roll actually, yeah. Project Bindi by Team Hide and Seek from Digital ACT. Bindi is a fun and interactive mobile app that teaches kids about our native flora and fauna while they explore outside. Kids can find, identify and collect native animal and plant characters using an augmented reality experience. Think Pokemon Go. Kids will learn about their character, where they live and how to find them. If kids find a real-world equivalent of the characters and upload a photo, they will then receive points and bonuses which they can redeem towards rewards in the app. Well done. The next special award that I'm going to announce is the Spirit of GovHack International Award. This one is sponsored by GovHack Australia, and we'll get Matt to present this award as well. The way we select this recipient is we asked all of our volunteers to nominate participants that displayed the greatest spirit of GovHack. So for us, what that means is a hacker ethos. It means it's someone that helped others, they shared their knowledge, they learned something new, or they applied skills creatively or cleverly in some sort of new way. We asked all our volunteers to put their nominations in, and we went through a process of selecting who we thought was most deserving. And I'm delighted to announce that the winner in this category is Miles Whitaker from Brisbane, St. Lucia. Miles was a standout all weekend, showing the true spirit of GovHack. He noticed another team was stuck at the ideas stage, and Miles spent time working with that team to help refine their ideas. Further to this, Miles, along with another team member, helped a different team to answer some questions that they had around the challenge that they were achieving. Well done, Miles. For the final part of the evening, I'm going to hand over to Jason Weigel to announce the last couple of awards. Jason is the current GovHack Australia Chair and Region Lead for Queensland. Jason is also in the process of completing his PhD on augmented reality for remote collaboration at the University of Queensland. So I actually asked him, did you choose this because of COVID? Actually, he was well ahead of his time and selected his thesis before COVID was even a thing, which is excellent. So Jason is a research officer working with open energy data at the same university in the Centre for Energy Data Innovation. So this will be it for me and seeing tonight, and I'd also like to give a massive thank to all of the volunteers that help, not just tonight, but also during the competition as well. So thank you to every volunteer, thank you to all participants, all of our sponsors, and all the mentors as well who have helped us make this a success. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to try and make this kind of short, but I also will have some awards to give away, so hold on to those for one moment. So thank you, Liv, and to Harshita for the great emceeing that you've done this evening. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here this evening. Everyone coming together is what I love to see. It has been at least 3 years since we've all been in one place together for this. Tonight, we have seen some of the brightest and most successful teams of GovHack 2022 acknowledged and congratulated. As all of you here this evening that are joining us physically here, as well as the people on the live stream, should be very proud of yourselves for the wonderful projects that you have created. I was so happy this year that we could come together. For many of you, this is the first time that I've seen people in the flesh for GovHack for this. Some of the team that I've been working with over the past 3 years, I've never actually met them in person. So it's great to actually be here. And then, as Andrew said earlier, over the last 3 years, we've become very familiar with Andrew's office and his air conditioner, but now it's actually good to see him in person. This year, as you heard earlier from Harshita, we had 18 physical locations around Australia and New Zealand, in addition to a digital event for each of our competition jurisdictions. So that's each state and territory within Australia and New Zealand as a whole. Across the weekend, we had 147 projects submitted from 521 competitors. We saw over 60 mentors and over 120 volunteers providing assistance to these competitors so that they could produce some of the fantastic projects that we have seen here this evening. I got to check out a few of the projects over in the Mentor Bay, the Meet the Maker Bay. It was great to see the team from New Zealand looking at the green energy versus dirty energy. It's great to actually see a physical outcome of projects, not just the digital. It's nice to see that you can actually make a physical contraption as well for this. It was also great to have a look at the recycling application to see what the different things of what can be recycled here and where to actually get it done properly. After the competition, many of the participants were done with their projects, but it wasn't done for us. We had a whole lot of judging to do, along with the sponsors had a lot of judging to do. We had over 60 judges from various sponsoring applications completing over 1,500 scorecards. These are individual scorecards for each of these different projects that were completed, and this is a tremendous effort. So thank you to all of our sponsors for this. GovHack would not be possible without the support of our international, national, state and local sponsors. Through their contribution, all of our events remain entirely free for everyone to attend and inclusive for all. We are ageless and diverse and accessible. You would have seen that we have some of the youngest participants here this evening, and we have some mature participants here as well. So it covers a wide gambit of participants. Between our government and non-government organisations, they provide a wide range of open data and technologies for our participants to use. We would especially like to thank and give them a special mention to some of these government sponsors that make this competition special. First up, I would like to announce some awards for our sponsors. We have our Best Government Participation for Local Government. So this is a series of awards that we give to our government sponsors to go stepping up and going beyond the sponsorship, getting involved and making the best out of it. So for the first one, the winner for this is Moreton Bay Regional Council. They once again provided ongoing support and communication within the Moreton Bay region to promote and encourage participation within the wider community. Throughout the competition weekend, they had multiple mentors available to support the community both on-site at the University of the Sunshine Coast, Moreton Bay campus, and online via Slack. While a representative of the council isn't available this evening, I would like to call up any participant that is here from the Moreton Bay competition event to accept it on their behalf. So, can I get anyone from Moreton Bay University? Sure.
My mum also works for council.
Thank you. Yeah. So, following on from the local government, we move on to the best government participation for state or territory or government agencies in the state or territory. First, we have an honourable mention for this. The honourable mention for this goes to the Department of Premier and Cabinet, Victorian Government. We would like to thank them for their ongoing support over the past 10 years. They have a strong commitment to open data and provided a great level of support to participants both here in Victoria as well as throughout Australia over the competition weekend. I would like to call up David and Kerry to accept this award. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
For the winner for this, we would like to thank the Northern Territory Government. The Northern Territory Government returned this year to provide exceptional support within the Territory. In addition to their sponsorship, they provided ongoing support to the region team to make GovHack happen within the Territory. And we thank them for it. Unfortunately, a representative from the Northern Territory Government isn't here this evening, so I'd like to call up the Northern Territory Region Lead, Rafat Mahmood, to receive the award on their behalf. Congratulations. Lastly, we have the best government participation for a federal agency. Like with the state or territory awards, we start with an honourable mention. The honourable mention for this goes to National Freight Data Hub. This is the first year that National Freight Data Hub has been a sponsor for GovHack. It has for sponsors in their first year, it somewhat is a challenge for them to understand how GovHack works and make the most out of their sponsorship. But National Freight Data Hub worked with us throughout the year from the very beginning to make the most of this partnership and sponsorship. As part of this, participants got access to a wide range of freight data that they haven't previously had access to. Thank you for your great enthusiasm shown. I would like to call up Margot Bell to accept the award on behalf of yourself and your team. Congratulations. now for the winner of Best Government Participation for Federal Agency. This year, the award goes to the Clean Energy Regulator. The Clean Energy Regulator was was also a first-time sponsor of GovHack. We've been working with them also from very early on this year to make the most of it this year. Within the Clean Energy Regulator, I would also like to give a special thank you to Rihanna Blackthorne, who has championed GovHack and provided exceptional mentor support both in person and online prior to, during and after the competition weekend. I'd like to call up Rihanna to accept the award for this. Congratulations. Yeah. Rihanna was also in the ACT region, was a mentor in this location and was the Spirit of GovHack local award winner for the Canberra event. So congratulations, Rihanna. Thank you to each of these sponsors and to all sponsors for making GovHack possible. Along with the sponsors, our volunteers make the competition possible. They give their time not only over the competition weekend and during the awards events, but in the lead up to these events. This starts right at the beginning of the year, or even before the year begins, as we go through this. With volunteers from all over Australia and New Zealand, we have some meetings when some of us are getting ready to go to bed, where some of us are finishing up our working day. For these volunteers that are here this evening, can I get you to come up to the front so that you can be congratulated? So I'm going to get everyone to come up, and Jan, since you're on the computer and doing this, can you make this a full screen so we can all fit in? Okay. Everyone up. Any volunteer that is here this evening, please come up. Everyone, come over this way a bit more. And Jan, you need to be up there as well. Now, can I ask someone in the audience to be very kind and take that camera off the gentleman? Push up. Move over. Congratulations to everyone. Before people run off, I want to ask a few people to stay up here. Jan, Livia, and Naya. Into the middle of the stage, please. Okay. So, first up, I'm going to start with Olivia and Naya. So I would like to give a special thank you to Livia and Naya for all the hard work that you have done over the past 3 years. Livia as competition director and Naya as partnership lead. Sadly, this will be the last year for each of them being involved with us here in GovHack, and it'll be a great sadness to see you depart, but congratulations with your future endeavours. thank you so much for all the hard work and effort that you do. So can I get everyone to give a big round of applause to these people? I have heard rumours that you are planning to compete next year. I would love to see some entries from you. Okay, so thank you very much. I will see you at the after party. Okay. And Jan, thank you very much. Jan is our sponsorship lead. She has worked so hard throughout the past, since 2014. That's about, I think, the same year that I started with this. So thank you very much, Jan, for doing everything you do for GovHack. You work so hard for GovHack. A lot of what you do is not just a part of the contract that we have with you, but it is so much volunteer time and effort that you put into this. You put your heart and soul into GovHack. Thank you so much from myself and everyone on the board. Thank you. Yeah. I unfortunately don't have the trophies for you here because Jan, Crystal would be organising that, and then so I will be getting these to you after the competition weekend, after the awards event. So thank you very much for all your hard effort. So thank you. With our sponsors, volunteers, and our participants, we have seen that people are the heart of GovHack. Over the years, we have seen people grow from participating in GovHack. Many of those go on to become volunteers, and some go on to work with our sponsoring organisations. GovHack gives the opportunity for people to try new things and learn new things over their involvement. It is not just use the skills that you have when you come in, but you get to build these skills. Whether as a participant learning new programming skills, design skills, or how to work in teams effectively, this is something that you get by participating in GovHack. We also get this as volunteers, whether this is leveraging the skills that you have, learning new skills, or teaching these skills to more people. GovHack is a great learning experience from what we have seen, and we want to continue this. So I would like to also now announce the dates for GovHack 2023. GovHack 2023 will take place on the 18th, 19th, and 20th of August 2023. So same weekend as this year. So we look forward to seeing you at GovHack 2023 in person or online, preferably in person, but if you would like to participate online, you're more than welcome. We would like to thank everyone here this evening who participated in GovHack 2022. Thank you and see you next year. We have some more food and drinks up the back, and we have a after party location that has been put in front of me. So this will be taking place at platform 28, which is at 82 Village Street, Docklands. It's about a 5-minute walk up the street. Emphasis, what's the street on that side? Aurora Lane. Walking up Aurora Lane, you'll hit platform 28. If you are a minor, you must, however, be accompanied by an adult for this. We have about another 20-30 minutes here max. So thank you very much for everyone joining us here in person and online. I look forward to seeing you around. Please get any photos that you need as well. We want one big group photo as well. Thank you.
I love doing it right now?
We'll move the chairs out of the way. What can we all fit in that?